Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and I am so excited. It is officially October, and that means we're on our way to Halloween. So today is the 1st of October, which means I'll be doing day one of my 31 days of horror movies in October, and today I watched Winchester. Winchester is a 2018 movie which runs about 99 minutes and is directed by, and I hope I don't mispronounce this, the Spierig brothers. The Spierig brothers, which consist of Michael Spierig and Peter Spierig. Um, of course, they are responsible for Predestination with Ethan Hawke. I actually do own that film, although I haven't watched it yet. They're responsible for Daybreakers, which I thought was a pretty good take on vampire films, to be honest. Also starring Ethan Hawke. Undead, which I do have. I've seen it. I just don't remember it. That's not to say it's a bad movie. I watch a lot of movies, so sometimes it's hard for me to pinpoint one out of the bunch. And finally, Jigsaw, which I did see in the movie theater, and it was okay. It wasn't my favorite of the Jigsaw franchise, or the Saw franchise, but it wasn't my least favorite either. Now, Winchester was written by Tom Vaughn and the Spierig brothers, and stars Helen Mirren as Sarah Winchester. Helen Mirren, of course, was in Red. I loved Red. Absolutely fabulous movie. So much fun. The second one I actually haven't seen yet, I don't believe. I can't remember. The Queen, Hitchcock, very good in that. Godsford Place, and a movie that I really enjoyed with Ryan Reynolds called The Woman in Gold. Very good film. Definitely a recommendation for me. This film also stars Jason Clarke as Dr. Eric Price. Now, he was in Everest, which I absolutely loved. I'm a little under the weather today, so bear with me, guys. He was in Everest, which I really was in my opinion, one of those on the edge of your seat, nail-biting type films. He was in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which I thought he was fabulous in that. And he was in Death Race, which I did not remember, but now know. Now, another interesting thing about this is he's also in the Pet Sematary remake, which is in post-production now, where he plays Louis Creed, which, if I remember correctly, is the father's name. But Winchester is about a home in, I think they said San Jose, California, right outside of San Francisco. And this house has been in construction for over 2 decades at the time. We're talking about the early 1900s. The house is owned by Sarah Winchester, of course, played by Helen Mirren, who is the widow of the Winchester Repeating Rifle Company. That was her husband. Now, she owns 51% of the company, which, of course, allows her plenty of money to keep adding additions onto the house. The rest of the board, the 49%, thinks that she has lost her mind, basically, and hires Dr. Eric Price, played by, of course, Jason Clarke, to go over and assess her. And basically, they're kind of paying him off to say, look, this lady's lost her mind, we want her off the board. He has a bit of a history, which I'm not going to go into. He abuses narcotics, and he's kind of a he's kind of a mess, but he's attached to the house in some way. I will say that I'm not going to get into any more of the actual plot itself because I don't want to give anything away. But this movie is, to me, a slow burn. I like slow burn movies. I thought this movie was quite interesting, um, since it's supposedly based on actual events. It's until the third act it kind of loses me a bit. And I'm not going to say what really loses me. You guys will see it if you watch it. But overall, I really thought the movie was quite interesting until the third act. It got a bit cookie cutter and cliched. So, my rating for this film is a 7. And we'll go with, of course, the 7 out of 10, which I normally do. 7 smashed pumpkins out of 10. Just for something different. There is one really interesting thing in this movie. Now, I watched this with my wife. And I don't know if you can see this, but apparently there's a coupon for $5 off the mansion tour. So if you're in San Francisco, you can basically tour the house, the most haunted house in America, and you get $5 off your tour. I thought that was really, really cool. So of course I live on the East Coast, and I probably won't be making my way to California anytime soon. But I just thought that was a fun thing they put in there. I don't think it's a gag. I think it's actually a thing. But the house, I will say, is gorgeous. And you'll learn more about the house as the movie goes along. I don't want to say anything to spoil it, but it's just, it's cool. So, but yeah, that's my rating. 7 smashed pumpkins out of 10. And I wanted to mention that some of my fellow YouTubers are also doing their 31 Days of Halloween. Last Venom 76, Jen's Reviews from the Grave, Lisa Loves, Dave Maggot, Rusting Willpower, Random Horror, who already has his up as I'm filming this now, and TheHORRORman is doing something very similar. So definitely go and check out their channels. I will leave their names in the description box below. And until the second day, peace.